this is basically our last video from the UK. It's a little bit of a whirlwind one. So we left Brown Hills this morning, we've had our water pump fixed, we're back on the road. We've basically got 3 days before we're going to go to France. So we've been to Cambridge, we're here at Bury St Edmunds, so we'll just give you a quick snapshot of what those places are like.
So this is Stuart, he's just fixed our van. Two things, one was the water pump, which was the weather, and the second one was my driving, but Stuart and his team put us right. Any advice for newbie motorhomers, Stuart?
All you can do is enjoy it. Okay. Take each day as it comes and enjoy it. Yeah.
Brilliant. You guys have been fantastic here.
No problem.
And service throughout has been great. And thanks to Tom, I think it was the other day.
Yeah, Sunday.
So pass that on.
Yeah, sure will.
Okay.
Yeah, enjoy your trip.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Downtown Cambridge, clearly a student town. In fact, what we have noticed is that the second-hand bookstores are a cut above most other places for second-hand bookstores. Renee's grabbed a couple of books. I think she can now say that she studied in Cambridge.
Behind me is Bury St Edmunds. It's another beautiful cathedral, so it's not a huge place, this. In fact, we actually don't know too much about it apart from the fact that it's got this cathedral which is named after a king and martyr, and also has some abbey ruins, so we're going to check those out as well.
So we'll put this to the test. I guess I get one bite before I hand the rest over to Renee.
You're already sharing. I'll hit yours.
We're into a very, very small road.
Well, that's because we want to go and check out the pretty villages, and you can only check out pretty little villages by going on pretty little roads.
Turn left.
For our second to last day in the UK, we decided to visit the prettiest villages in Suffolk, as googled by Neil. Cavendish was a charming little village with thatched cottages and a sweeping village green. Long Melford was another pretty market town with cute cottages, a busy main street, and an enormous church, which seems to be standard even in the small places here. Our favourite though was Lavenham. The buildings were all wonky, timber framed, but what made them different was the use of colour. Pastel pinks, yellows, greens and blues. This one felt like the English country village at its best. The Dartford Bridge, which is basically taking us where?
Over the Thames.
Oh, over the Thames.
On the M25.
Which apparently has been described as London's biggest car park, but so far traffic's moving quite smoothly.
All 5 lanes of it.
big stretch of water.
And I think we found our winner in the Wonky Door competition. I give you Wonky Door Canterbury. Now, when you're in Canterbury and you're looking for a quiet moment, I recommend coming to the Beanie, which is a bit like a museum, library, all wrapped into one. And while we look at these lovely masters and other exhibits, they've also got free Wi-Fi, and I'm very busy downloading a whole lot of maps for Europe so that we're good to go when we hit France tomorrow. Right, in summary, our trip to the UK so far, Mark 1. We started in Newark, we went up to York, then up the Yorkshire coast, over to Hadrian's Wall, a quick trip into Scotland, up to Ayr, back around the coast, down to the Lake District, and then we had our first water problem. So we went racing back to Newark, had that problem fixed. Then we resumed our journey over in Chester, into Wales, Conway, back to the fantastic aqueduct where the canal boats really come into their own in North Wales. Then we headed south and we went to Bridge North in Warwick, caught the rather large storm through to Rugby, and then our second problem kicked in. We raced back to Newark, which wasn't far away, had that fixed. Then we've been heading south, first to Cambridge, then to Bury St Edmunds, through the beautiful villages of Suffolk, a quick race around the M25, down to Canterbury, and finally Dover.